live. Hello, everyone, and shout out to each and every one of you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to your girl Siren right here on the Siren Speak show. You only have one? Okay. We only need one, maybe. Try one and see how it works. Y'all, okay, I'm trying to see if I could get some more light over here because it just be real cray, okay? And I'm trying to get y'all to be able to see me as much as you possibly can, right? So y'all, I don't know how y'all feeling as we transition out of winter into spring. We're at the dead of winter, you guys, and we're at the what they call the fake spring energy. So we haven't quite reached spring yet, but it's very close. It's kind of like a 1 foot in, 1 foot out type of thing, okay? So yes. Tyler, what's all that? Oh, you gonna hook in it? So yes, you guys, listen, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about what it is that we came here to talk about. We're looking at like relationships. Is that not working? Hold up, y'all. Maybe we'll try it like this and see. Hold up, y'all. Please excuse me, Mom. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Well, not technical, little lighting issue. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, that's a lot better. All right. Oh, good. I can see my little bang, honey. Yes. All right. So that's a lot better. I just needed a little more light, y'all, because I felt like I was just so dark. You know what I'm saying? This little thing here is real good too. Okay. Let's go ahead and get it. All right. So yes, we're going to go ahead and get started, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to your girl Siren right here on the Siren Speak show. I really, truly appreciate you guys for tuning in. And also thank you so much for giving this video a big old fat thumbs up as you come into the building, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all, I express myself through song. And not only do I express myself through song, I express myself through quotes from movies. Okay, so please excusez-moi, right? So yes, let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Shout out to each and every one of you, y'all. Let's do a quick update, you guys. We have the upcoming annual, this is our 5th annual Easter egg hunt, okay? It is the virtual Easter egg hunt. So meaning it's online and it's for adults, right? So this year, you guys, we're going to be doing it on March 29th. Okay. For those of you who partake in the Easter egg hunt, you guys, again, we're going to be live. You should have your number. You will get your egg, okay, in the mail with your number in it, right? And it's also loaded with some other little goodies and stuff. Y'all know we try to be a little extra, but it will have your number in it. So when I do the readings and give the message, it's strictly going to be according to your number. No one knows your number but you. So I'm going to say, all right, next up, message number 4. If you're number 4, then you know that's going to be your message, okay? So we're going to do it that way, you guys. So shout out to each and every one of you who were able to purchase a spot in our annual. This is our 5th annual, you guys. Like this has been one of the best things, I think, and one of the funnest things I have ever done. I used to love going to the annual Easter egg hunts that my mom used to take me to back in the day. I used to love a good old Easter egg hunt, okay? And as an adult, I still loved it, but I just wasn't hunting for, boiled eggs anymore. I would love to hunt for a very enlightened message for my soul. Okay, so I decided to do a Easter egg hunt. Now, the first one, y'all remember, for those of you who did the first one, I actually went to a park and hid eggs. I had my phone and I was doing this and y'all had to find the egg, and the person who found the egg or saw the egg first, like in the color it was, got the message. Oh my God, I left the park. I drove all the way back home and then I gave the message. Oh my God, I say never again, not like that. No. Absolutely not. So I went back and I just redid it the next year, and we just do everything online right then and there. We ain't going nowhere. I would gladly do this, get your egg and all of that. So now you guys are going to get your egg, and someone is going to get this beautiful golden egg. One of you will be getting this beautiful golden egg, which will come with a nice, beautiful gift. Okay. So shout out to each and every one of you. I cannot wait to see what the messages are. I will not know who the message is for myself, y'all. Okay. I won't know who the message is for myself because the boxes went out, you know what I'm saying? And they were already like prepared. So it's just like, I don't know who gets what. And when I ship them out, I just put the label on it and it goes out. So I'm just going to be shocked too. I'm going to be shocked too. So shout out to y'all. I'm so excited for this. Every year I look forward to it. And I thank you guys for partaking in it. Okay. All right. Hold on, y'all. Let's go ahead and shield ourselves. So for those of you who got the spray right now, honey, y'all better use it. Okay. I told y'all use it these next couple of weeks. Okay. If you have it these next couple of weeks, you definitely want to use it every day. Please use it. And if you don't have it, you can go to Spiritual Candies and you can order it, you guys. Okay. This is the protection body spray. Go to spiritualcandies.com, look for the body spray, get the protection body spray and use it. Okay. Use it. That's all I can tell you. Shout out to each and every one of you who already got it. Okay. So, all right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started on the show. Shout out to each and every one of you guys. First things first, you guys know what it is that we're going to do and that we always do is give a shout out to the sponsors of the Siren Speak Show. You know we love them. You know we love them. We love them. So first things first, we're going to start out with Pop and Quaz. You guys, Pop and Quaz is a soul food restaurant located in Cecil, Georgia. You guys, if ever you are traveling from Florida to Georgia, or if you live in that lower aspect of Georgia down to the bottom, you definitely want to put in a call, hello, and you definitely make sure you want to order one of these plates of food. They will customize your food for you. So it's not like they have like a set menu where it's like, oh, I want this. Yeah, they have that. But if you want to add some things on, you guys, they will definitely customize it, for you. So shout out to y'all who get a good old plate of that, shout out to Pop and Quaz, and thank you guys for sponsoring the Siren Speak Show. Okay. We also want to give a shout out to Southern Soul LA, which is another soul food restaurant, you guys. This one is based in LA. Okay. So if ever you're in the LA, like who does not go to LA? Okay. Go over there, place you a nice order, you guys. Stay at your hotel. Like if you visit and you passing through, you just get on the phone and you just like Uber Eat from Southern Soul LA, honey. And when they bring that food, oh God, when they bring your plate, I'm telling you right now, you're going to love it. Okay. I don't care what they got on the menu. They can have hot cereal on the menu. It's going to be good. It's going to taste like steak and potatoes. I'm telling you now. They can have hot cereal. They can say, listen, all we got today is cornflakes and mustard. Trust me, they know how to whip it up to make it taste good. So try everything on the menu. There is no favorites. Try everything on the menu. Order and say, I just want one of everything. Okay, thank you very much. All right. And you do it like that. So shout out to Southern Soul LA, you guys. And thank you so much for the sponsoring of the Siren Speak Show. Y'all know we love y'all over here. All right. Now, next up, you guys, we want to give a shout out to Fam First Entertainment, which is a Miami-based record label, you guys. Not only do they provide record labels, they also provide DJ services. They provide, what do you call them? Like tracks. They used to call it like tracks back in the day. They used to call it like tracks, but now they provide customized music for any of your events. Also, if you need bounce house, tables, chairs, catering, whatever you need for your entertainment, okay, they got you, right? So you definitely want to reach out to them, famfirstentertainment.com, you guys. Reach out to Mr. Travis if you want, and definitely get your next party done right. Y'all want this party started, right? If y'all want this party started quickly, you know what? Get them up on the phone. Hit up Fam First Entertainment. Okay. Next, you guys, we want to give a shout out to YBMB Bookkeeping, you guys. That is your business. It's my business. Bookkeeping. Okay. Now, all of these places have websites, you guys. You can go there. You can check out their services and see what it is that you all qualify for or that you want to do or whatever it is. You can call. You can get more information, you guys. I definitely strongly recommend you reach out. When it comes to our finances, we definitely need to take it to the next level. You shouldn't have to make six figures and up just to make sure your finances are in order. Okay. So you definitely want someone who will be able to nurture and cater to your finances the same way you do. You don't want to reach out to them big old companies that just ignore you. You got to wait a week for them to call you back. You got to talk to the assistant. When you call up, you're going to talk to the CEO. Hello, girl, guess what I need? You know what I'm saying? And she's definitely going to get you right on together, whether it is your regular finances that you need in order, whether you're trying to, get any some money for an expense, try to figure out how it is you can afford that wedding, right? Or if you're just filing your taxes for yourself, your personal taxes or your business taxes, whatever it is, they got you. Okay, they got you. So definitely reach out to YBMB Bookkeeping, you guys, to get your finances in order today, especially you men. Okay, you men, it ain't nothing to like, being on a date with him and he get the phone, hello, and you be like, hold on, who was that calling him? Why he? Child, I'm sorry, this is my accountant. That is so sexy. That is the sexiest other woman on the other end of the phone I ever heard, okay? So you would love a man that got his finances in order. He got to talk to his accountant, or she's calling him throughout the day to let him know that business move that he's about to make, it's a go. Yes, honey, I'm telling you, you got to let him know. So if y'all got some men's out there, honey, for y'all got it going on these dates, honey, y'all got to let them know, listen, are your finances in order? You know what? YBMB Bookkeeping. Y'all know I always got to say that real slow. I got to look into that. Okay. YBMB Bookkeeping will get you right on together. You want her phone number? Here you go. You know what I'm saying? And you just program it in his phone, honey. It ain't nothing like a man with a good old financial accountant. You know what I'm saying? That is just so sexy. That means he love his money, honey. He care about his money. He want that thing to last long, and he wanted to stretch. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the topic of the day, you guys. All right. Now, I wrote down, let me see what we're talking about. We're talking about relationships today. Y'all be wanting this relationship advice, honey. I don't know why y'all be sitting up there listening to old siren, honey. Because y'all know I'm going to give y'all my opinion. And with that being said, the views of the Siren Speak show are not those of who? The sponsors, okay? This is just Siren speaking on the Siren Speak show, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. Talking about relationships. Now, there are so many different levels to relationships, okay? Before we do the hold up, y'all, let's see everybody. Maggie is in the building. Hey, Maggie. Maggie says, hey, y'all. Well, I tried to say that in old country voice. It didn't work out. Terrence, hey, Terrence. Terrence is up in the building. Thank you, Terrence, for that masculine energy. We definitely can use it to balance it out up in here. Hey, Crystal. Crystal says, hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Shout out to you, Crystal. Hey, Lindsay. Lindsay is up and through. Lindsay says, hello. Is it me you're looking for? Shout out to you. Hey, Anisha. Hey, Anisha. Anisha says, hey, y'all. Shout out to y'all, okay? So, listen, y'all, we're going to discuss these relationships, okay? Now, it's so weird, y'all, because y'all always, like, actively in the live. Do y'all think it's unfair? They probably say, sorry, they get to catch the live because you be letting them know. You don't tell us. We got to wait on YouTube. But shout out to my VIP, okay? Shout out to my VIP. That's all it is, y'all. Shout out to the VIP. That they earned that. They earned that. It wasn't given to them. They earned it. I'm just telling you that, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about these relationships, you guys. We labeled this live Beauty and the Beast, okay? Partners in crisis, and how to level up, your relationship and things of that nature, all right? So first of all, a lot of us are single, right? A lot of us, I'm a single lady. I'm a single lady. So we got the single women up in here. We got the married women up in here. So we're going to have two totally different aspects of, and I'm going to say single folk and married folk, because I do have some men up and through, okay? Single folk and married folk all up and through in this relationship. So we're going to talk about the spiritual aspect of connecting with a other, okay? And we're gonna discuss how it is that we attract, okay? How it is that we attract our significant other. The person who you choose, is it really who you're choosing or who it is that the universe is choosing for you, okay? So it's almost like when we go out into the world and somebody say, hey girl, what's up? Come here, little mama. Y'all, I haven't heard that in such a long time. So trust, I am speaking from back of like the 2000s, okay? I'm speaking from a very long time ago, okay? Because that was the last time I heard somebody say, hello, hey, how you doing, little mama? Oh, I remember one time this guy said, what's up, Big Red? Y'all, I damn near pulled out, I damn near drew, what? I was gonna draw on him. I'm like, excuse me? He said, what's up, Big Red? I said, oh, it is what it is. We're going to leave that right there. Maybe I need to get some therapy because apparently I'm still feeling it, okay? So Yes, we're out here, and we're in these relationships, or we're meeting people, out in the world. The minute you go out, you're single, you're ready to mingle and things of that nature. And, you're going out on, I would hope y'all going out on dates. I think it's very important for you to go out on dates. Okay. I think as a single person who's looking for love, that you should go out at least on one date per week. Okay. That's with one person. Now, if you got like 3 potential partners, that's 3 dates per week. Okay. You should be having a good time. You should have been seeing everything. Now, going out on a date, I think we tend to get a little too comfortable too fast when it comes to dating, because we feel like after 3 or 4 great conversations, you know what I'm saying? None of them conversations have led to a date. What about courting? Back in the day, there was a lot of courting. You know what I'm saying? A man would court you, meaning he would show his interest in you. He would show his desire to, be with you, right? And I think we tend to forget that part, y'all. Y'all leave that part out, and y'all give them too many conversations over the phone. Stop. Okay? Stop. Stop giving them y'all phone number and then talking to them like y'all be caking too much for me. Y'all be caking too much. He will never hear from me unless it's in person, unless we're going out on a date. That's when he would hear from me, and then he will call me to make sure I got home safe, okay? And then he wouldn't hear from me again, right? Until, it's time for us, hey, how you doing? All right. So that way he'll want to see you. I think you guys aren't allowing him to miss you enough. He will want to see you. Right? Y'all be giving them too much conversation. Y'all be caking too much. Don't get to know him right away over the phone. Talk to him and say, oh my God, I'm so glad that we met. I tell you what, I'm available Friday. If you would love to go out, there's this favorite restaurant of mine that I would love to introduce you to. Of course, he's going to pay, but you always got to make sure that you're the one who booking the places. Do not let him book the place. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to be eating that damn Whataburger. All right. Make sure you book the place. Go to a nice restaurant. Pick and choose a nice restaurant. And the reason I want the woman to choose the place, because men can be on some other stuff. You never know what they own, especially when you getting to know them. So when you take him to unfamiliar territory, you know what I'm saying? You have more of an advantage, right? You already know the escape route. If you got an Uber back home and all of that stuff, you already know every corner you could be in and all of that stuff. You don't want to go nowhere that you ain't familiar with, okay? So definitely make sure y'all getting some dates. Like, y'all not getting enough dates for me. I'm like, so how was the date? Oh, we haven't went on a date yet. What? And y'all done talked on the phone for a month? What? Y'all been talking on the phone. Y'all been caking for a month and y'all have not gone on a date yet. You should have had your first date within 3 to 7 days after y'all met. If you don't have a date around that time, then he's not a potential candidate. Okay, he's not a potential candidate. You need to move on to the next, on to the next one. Okay, so definitely make sure you schedule in your book, you guys, to go out on a date. Now, listen, you're not gonna like everybody that you go out on a date with. You just having fun. You're single. You never know, right? Of course, in our book, we want somebody who's tall, dark, and handsome. But you may meet somebody who's short, stubby, and funny. You know what I'm saying? Now, I recall years ago, there was this guy. I just loved his confidence, honey. The fact that he tried to holler at me and he thought that he, would have a chance with me was just so sexy to me. There was this guy. He was very short, you guys. Oh my God, he was the littlest thing, right? But we started hanging out, and he was very much so available to me. Hold on, y'all. He was very much so available, you guys. That's what I loved about it. Like, he would take me out, and this how throwback it was, because back then it was Blockbuster. Remember Blockbuster, y'all? So I would have like a lot of movie nights and stuff with him after a while and things of that nature. He was a very good friend of mine, right? And it's just the fact that I would have never thought to take him to the next level, which I didn't, not like that, but I'm saying as far as dating or things of that nature. But he was such a nice guy. He was such a gentleman. He was just a little too short for me. Okay. A little too short. Like, he had to be about 5'2". And at that time I was about 5'7.5". I was still in high school. No, I was out of high school. I was fresh out of high school. I was probably about 18, 19 at that time. But, and he was just like a nice friend, a nice in-between. You know what I'm saying? I used to call him my sliders back then, but he wasn't that type of slider. He was just an entertainment slider. But, yeah, so you never know, you guys. Honestly, this day and age, The average man will, you just never know. Give him a chance. You know, even if you meet somebody that, you know, he looks a little outside of what you're looking for, you know, just go out and have fun with him. Let that be somebody that you have fun with. You know, he may be the one to spoil you and wine and dine you the way this little guy did me. I mean, he was very courteous. I mean, that boy was running money, paying bills. He did not care whatever it took, okay, for him to get in my presence, he would do, right? So, you know, I feel like, you know, you guys should really just make yourself available to have fun while you're single, all right? And stop trying to settle down with the first person that you like. See, that's the problem when it comes to he cute, okay? I think when he's cute, he tends to get away with some stuff. You know, you tend to be a little lenient. He gets away with, you know, not calling, not taking you out on a date. Listen, I'm telling you, the minute you meet him, before you exchange phone numbers with him, and I'm not talking about this internet stuff, dating over the internet, you know, meeting him over the internet, that's whack, okay? I'm so sorry. That is whack. Ain't nobody got time for the catfish. You know, they take forever to want to meet you in person because they scared, you know. They scared and stuff, but meeting people over the internet, I have no conversation for that. I really choose. Siren got no conversation for that. If that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do. I don't know about that. I've never, you know, well, I have kind of sort of experienced that, but it was mainly with a lot of celebrity men, y'all. Yes, I'm gonna name them. Dwayne Wade. Okay, back in the day, this was when Facebook first came out. Okay. Dwayne Wade, Charles Oakley, who I just found out him and his wife was on, I think, the Atlanta Housewives or something like that. Charles Oakley, Rico Love. Okay, Rico Love, like literally, like he asked me, he was like, "You got Instagram?" I said, "What is that?" He never said nothing else to me again. Listen, we chatted back and forth because it was really about music, but he was, you know, he wanted to see me, you know, and stuff like that. And I'm like, Instagram, what is that? I didn't even know what Instagram had just came. That's how throwback all of this was. Kid Capri, okay. Andre Dawson was not over the internet. He was actually a cool friend of mine in person. Great guy. But Andre Dawson, who was a baseball player, Hall of Fame, shall I say? Let me give it to him. Hall of Fame baseball player. Oh God, a lot of these people, we know Trick Daddy for those of you who watch my vlog. But anywho, that's enough about me, right? But those were the only ones who I didn't meet them right away, like in person. You know what I'm saying? Because I was never places where they were, other than Trick Daddy. I met him in person, but it was always, you know, over the internet like that. Now, if it's somebody like that, okay. But average Joe Blow, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can meet them out in the streets, okay? And you want it because you want to see what type of car he drives. You do. I'm sorry, y'all. Now, men, call me picky. It is what it is. But I feel like a man puts a lot of his pride into his car. I feel like a man, like he would rather have a nice car in a shitty place. You know, he's not going to put that much energy into his place. But when it comes, now this is probably just the men where I'm from. Because I'm from 305. 305, they had the Dunks, they had the Chevys, they gonna have the nice, otherwise it's a Benz, or, you know, they car was nice and fixed up. Like a man may live with his mama, but he gonna have a nice car, okay? And I just feel like this day and age, men should be having, you know, they should have a nice car, because now I got to look at how you're going to be trying to get me around. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be, I got to put all them damn miles on my car because I got a decent car and you don't, you know? So you want to see what type of car it is that he drives, only because you want to see how much he invests in himself. You know what I'm saying? Man, his car is going to describe a lot about him. Okay. So you want to check out his car. That's why you want to meet him somewhere in public. If you meet him in a gas station, you want to walk out, be nosy. Oh, okay, is that your car over there? You know, all of that. And then okay, so let's say now you have gone out, you know, you have met him or whatever. You gave him your phone number, right? You have that first conversation with him. Now, before you go out on a date with him, unless you're just greedy like me, because listen, everybody was a contender to take me out to a good old restaurant so I could chop it up. Siren gonna get a good old meal out your ass. I'm telling you that. Siren is gonna eat, baby. One thing about Siren, I'm gonna eat. Okay, you can be ugly, schmuggly. I don't care. You can be, as long as you ain't stink. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't have a body odor. You got a body odor. I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat that bad. But anywho, Yes, now that you've exchanged phone numbers or whatever, you want to try to get as much out of him as you can when you first meet him. Before you exchange phone numbers, when he's telling you, hey, how you doing, beautiful? You know what I'm saying? Now this is your opportunity for those healthy questions, right? Oh, hey, how you doing? Okay, it's nice to see you. Thank you. Oh, well, thank you. I, do what I can. How may I help you? Oh, you're interested? You're interested in me? Okay. Well, you got to look at him. You got to, honestly, don't be afraid to look at, turn around, baby. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right. So, well, what is it that you would like to know? You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to look at him and check him out. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Be like, y'all be, oh, yeah. Girl, you better get it all in. You better look at the size of his shoes. You better see if his shoes clean or dirty. Do he got on work boots? If he got on his work uniform, what does his badge say? What company is that? Oh, you work for the bus company? Okay, how long you been there? What if he be like, I just started last week? Because men, for whatever reason, they love to walk around. Miami men, because I'm just giving y'all what I know. Men love to walk around in their work uniform like that's a real outfit because they want you to know they got a good job, okay? Men who have a decent job, they want you to know, I work for the county. You know what I'm saying? I work for the state. I got a good job. I'm a longshoreman. You know what I'm saying? They were a little tricky, them longshoremen. You know what I'm saying? They were a little tricky, hard to kind of, I used to come by them a lot, okay? But yeah, so when they have a decent job, you guys, you want to know. They definitely going to show it off if they have on a work uniform. You want to know how long they've been there. Because they got on a work uniform, right? Oh my God, oh, you work for this company? Oh, okay, my brother-in-law used to work for that company. Yeah, how long have you been there? Just to be nosy, right? Get all of the information that you can. You know what I'm saying? Check out his finger. See if he have an indent. Is his wedding ring off? You know what I'm saying? Check out his finger and check out his hands and stuff like that. See if his hands like dusty and crusty and all that. Like I say, some men just need to be taken care of, right? Some men, you're just going to have to invest in him. He probably got the money, but he just, I've met men who had money. They were longshoremen, they had good money, but they were men. Okay, they were men. One of them, there was this one guy that I knew had buku cash, and he used to drive around in an old Toyota. But he's have a pocket full of money. This guy was a friend of my husband's, but it was just funny that that's how he drove around in an old raggedy Toyota, y'all, in an old raggedy car with pockets full of money. So he could pull up on you and be like, hey, little mama, what's up? But you would never know. Okay, this guy owned so much property and so much stuff like that. It's just like crazy, right? But anywho, okay. So you never know. That's why you have to ask those healthy questions when you're meeting him. All right. Don't be afraid of the way you feel. Ask those questions. Okay. Let me see. Do y'all have any questions about maybe what y'all should ask, or anybody have any questions thus far in regards to, okay, now that you met him, he done checked you out, but you got to check him out too. You know what I'm saying? You got to see if he, okay, let me see. All right. Okay. Okay. How you doing? Don't just because he say, hey, little mama, how you doing? Or, hey, how you doing? Beautiful. Or whatever. Hey, Miss Lady, can I speak to you for a minute? You let him know I got a minute, but how may I help you? You know what I'm saying? You got to really make sure that you are interested in him just as much as he's interested in you. Don't be settling for nobody. Okay. So now that you have exchanged phone numbers with him, okay, and now you're on that phone call. Now, if he really likes you, I feel like he's going to call you that night. He's not going to wait a couple days. Any man who wait a couple days, petty. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for no games, Any man who makes you wait like that is petty. Okay. But you let him know. See, what you got to do is tell him, okay, well, I'll hear from you tonight. All right. So I'll make sure I'm available. Okay. And I'll talk to you later tonight. Right. So you give him a nice juicy conversation. You kind of butter him up to make him want to get more information out of you. You know what I'm saying? You want to make him want to call you that night. He's going to want to know. He's going to be so intrigued by the way you just, slapped it all on him in that conversation. You made him feel like a man. You made him feel sexy. You made him feel wanted. He's like, damn, girl. You know what I'm saying? You got to put it on him like that with just that little small conversation the minute you meet him. Okay. Let me see what you're saying. You say, what about when a man asks you what you bring to the table, or what do you have to offer? This is a common question I see happen to a lot of women. Child, listen. First of all, if a man asks you, what are you bringing to the table, honey? That means he's not in his alpha energy. What alpha male would have already bought the table in the house, and he's looking for a woman, not a goddamn roommate. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them know the alpha male, because you gotta kind of remind men what men were. Are you looking for a roommate? You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Are you looking for a roommate? I'm confused here. I'm so confused, right? So you're coming to me because you're interested in me. Or are you interested in a roommate? Maybe you should put an ad on Facebook, or maybe you should put an ad on IG, or maybe you can hang some papers out around here. Okay. What is it that I have to bring to the table? What is it that you're giving me to work with? Okay. What is it that you're giving me to work with? Because I tell you what, if you give me about $50,000, I guarantee you I can start a business, because I know how to sew real good. You know what I'm saying? Like, men can be sometimes intimidated, okay, by a woman who has it all together. So when a woman is in her feminine energy, a man is just going to test your masculine. That's all it is. He's going to test your masculine, okay? So when a man wants to know, what do you have to offer? You know what I'm saying? What is it that I'm offering for? What am I offering to? I don't understand. You're coming to me. Okay, you're showing interest in me. You approached me. I did not come to you, meaning there was no interest on my behalf. So what the hell I got to bring something to your table for when you inviting me over for dinner? You got to really just be confident with them and just let them know, I'm sorry, I'm confused. I thought you were looking for, a relationship. I didn't know you were looking for, a roommate or some sort of business partner or something. I'm confused. Okay. And when you showed interest in me, you didn't know what I was bringing to the table. You didn't care if I had anything to bring to the table, but now you want to know what I bring to the table. I'm sorry. Are you okay with your finances? Maybe you need to reach out to this company, YBMB Bookkeeping. They can help you out with that. You know what I'm saying? Are you unable to balance your finances? Are you having a hard time paying bills? I'm sorry. Just inform me, because I want to know. And you have those same conversations with him right back. I'm sorry. Are you having a hard time with your bills? Are you unable to afford, what it is that you're doing or where it is that you live? Are you looking for a roommate? Just be very direct with them. Okay. So yes, that's the type of conversation that I would have with somebody who's asking me, what is it that I bring to the damn table? This beautiful face. Okay. You invited me over here. I didn't come chasing you. I didn't ask you for your phone number. You invited me over here. I ain't bringing nothing to the table but myself, my hopes, my dreams, and my requests and demands for what it is that I'm going to need. We got to make sure men are comfortable with being in the masculine energy. I think society, and I think us as Black women mainly, and our Latinos as well, okay? And I'm gonna throw my Mexicans in there. Okay, I'm gonna throw all y'all. We in this together, all of us. Okay, I think we have now. I can't throw the Mexicans in there, because one thing about the Mexican men, honey, they take care of their women. I done seen them with shadow women be having 4, 5, 6 kids, and they be up in Burlington all day long. Don't work nowhere. Okay, the only time you see Consuelo working is when she working on that truck doing that lawn service with Hector Julio. Okay, that's it. She gonna bag up them leaves, honey, and she gonna be driving that truck around while he pull all that equipment off. That's the only time you see her working. You ain't going to no grocery stores. You ain't going to nowhere and seeing them little Mexican women working like that, unless they working at some sort of supermercado and it's their husband's own. That's one thing I can say about them. Now, us Black women, we do tend to spoil our men, you guys. We do tend to make it okay. We do tend to 50-50 with them. That's too much. That is too much. I don't agree with that. I feel like the man should provide for the household, and the woman should take care of the household. That's how it should be. That would keep us in our correct profile and our correct energy, and we don't have to worry about, outside, issues and things of that nature. We have a lot of, divorce rates, and we have a lot of, domestic violence and stuff because he's frustrated. He can't pay them bills. You're pregnant again. Ain't nobody got time for that. No one has time for that. Absolutely, positively not. Keep him in his masculine energy. I'm sorry. I should have told you, you know what? That's my bad. That's my bad. I'm sorry. I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for a provider. I'm sorry. We're so not on the same page. It is okay. It's fine. It was so nice meeting you and having the conversations that we had, and I appreciate your time. You know what I'm saying? And you got to let that go right there, because if he's looking for somebody to help him to live his life and things of that nature, he's in the wrong department. Okay, Lindsay say period. Maggie say, LOL, maybe you need to reach out to this company. That's right. Gotta be like, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were having issues with your bills. You want to know what I'm bringing to the table? Here's the name of the company right here. Here's their website. Ask for Maggie. That's what I'm bringing to the table, honey. Some way you can help with your finances. We're going to give you a whole financial agreement, okay? We're going to get you a whole consultation on how to manage them finances that you seem to be having an issue with, because if you expected me to come over there and add to them, then there's a problem. You're confused. I'm confused, okay? Because I'm not trying to get out here and have to be pregnant and raise your kids and work a job and help you with the bills. Are you helping me carry the babies? You know? Are you going to help me carry the babies? Are you going to help me with the prayer? Am I going to care for 5 months and you care for 4 months? Are we going to share that right there? Child, please listen. They love to ask what you bring to the damn table, honey. What did you bring to the table? The whole 18 years your mama raised you. Okay? Maggie told me, okay, Lindsay, what about when a man asks, why are you single with no kids at this age? Well, that's a very good question for them to ask. And I love when they do ask those good, upfront, healthy questions. Okay. And you just let them know that can vary. The answer to that can vary for different women. You know what I'm saying? So I can't give an answer when they want to, or either if you're saying, well, how do you respond? You just let them know. Whatever your situation is, whatever happened to you, you know, whatever you're going through, I haven't met the right one. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a provider. Okay. I'm looking for the guy who, when he give me them kids, he can take care of me and them kids. Okay. Until either the day I die or he die. I haven't found him yet, you know? So when a man, you know, wants to know why you single, or they trying to insinuate, oh, maybe something is wrong with you, or, you know, absolutely not. Something is wrong with me because I'm not trying to be a little bucket for men to drop off their excess weight in. Absolutely, positively not. Okay. And men, you know, maybe that's their way of asking, you know, can you have kids and things of that nature? Because a lot of women, you know, typically when they have kids later in life, they tend to have, you know, some sort of hardship with having kids and stuff like that. So maybe that's just their nice way of asking, hey, you know, does the plumbing work down there? Maybe they just don't know how to ask that question. Okay. But that could be a different answer for different women. You know, we don't know why it is that, you know, you haven't had anybody, and just say, I just got out of a relationship, and, you know, it didn't work out. Okay. Until I find that provider. Okay. No matter what the reason is, I've heard this a red flag multiple times. Okay. When they ask you, you say when it's a red flag, is it a red flag for the men? Or are you saying it's a red flag for the women who get asked that question? Like, men see that as a red flag. Like, oh, if she don't got no kids and if she's single, then that's a red flag. You saying that that's how they feel, that it's a red flag? Okay. So you say for the women. So if a man asks you, why are you single with no kids? The women are saying that's a red flag. It can show one of two things. Either, like I say, he wants to know if the plumbing is working, because maybe he's looking for kids. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's somebody who wants kids, you know, but then again, maybe he's somebody who can be a little intimidated by the fact that you don't have any kids. You know, that can be a red flag if, you know what I'm saying? He's intimidated by that because maybe he feels like, okay, he probably want to tie you down. Maybe he want to tie you down. You say no. The man says, the man says it's a red flag. Okay. I mean, you know, men, when they see anybody who's single, anytime, you could be divorced, okay, with 4 kids and single, men will say, why are you single? They see you as being single as if, you know, nobody really want to deal with you, or you're too strong of a woman. You know what I'm saying? A man likes to feel needed. Regardless of what they say, they like to feel needed. A man likes to feel very relevant. And when a woman is single, and especially when she has no kids, or, she can come off as a little strong, you know what I'm saying? To men, like, oh, she don't want no kids. She ain't letting nobody tie her down. Maybe she's just a little strong. Like I say, men can feel intimidated by that. They truly can. But once they get to know you, I can't say that I've ever had that, because y'all know my little fast ass had a baby at 15. So just imagine me at 12, girl, why you single with no kids? Child, that was the only time they had to ask my little fast ass, okay? 13 years old, girl, what you single with no kids? Y'all, Siren has not sat at that table before, okay? I couldn't sit at that table, y'all. I wouldn't know what it was like, honey, because it was just baby factory, honey. I had it. I had a baby early, but I wanted to have my kids early in life. That was my desire. But yes, you say, I've been told both personally that it's a red flag and that it's a green flag. But hey, yeah, I mean, it depends on the guy. Some guys can be intimidated by that. Some won't. You know what I'm saying? Some will, some won't. Okay. But you just give them your direct answer as to why it is you single. Now when a man is like single and, no kids, things of that nature, if I'm meeting somebody and he's 40 something years old and he ain't got no kids, of course, I'm like, what's going on? To me, that's a red flag, because I'm like, damn, he gonna want kids. Now, for somebody like me, you know what I'm saying? I have kids, so I'm not looking for anybody who wants to have a baby. But if you don't have any kids and you meet somebody at that age, that wouldn't be a red flag for you. But for a woman who, shop is like clothes, that's it, I'm done. I don't want to date somebody who it has no kids. For me, that's a red flag. I'm like, oh, no, baby. You better go and find you the one. Because it ain't me. It ain't me. Trust, it ain't me. Okay. So yes, you guys, now that you've, got the phone number, he got yours. If he don't call you that night, I don't know. The conversation, something is weird. You know what I'm saying? Something is weird, because he should call you that night. He should want to talk to you, right away. He should be like, hey, girl, I've been thinking about you all day. If you don't leave that impression on his mind, that's why I say you got to come with your conversation. You really got to know how to talk to him. Okay. But let's move on. Okay. Let's talk a little more about the Beauty and the Beast, okay? Because now that you're out here and you're mingling, you're getting to know, these different potential, okay, husbands, all right, and wives and stuff like that. Let's talk about the Beauty and the Beast. Now, for me, Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite movies, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie, because you have to get like the backstory. Beauty lived with her dad, okay? The Beast was raised by his dad. His mom passed away, okay? And he was raised by his dad. His dad was a complete narcissist. Of course, they were wealthy, so his dad taught him to, toot his nose up at everybody. His dad taught him to, only date beautiful women and things of that nature. And when Beauty and the Beast got together, the reason the universe brought the two of them together, because both of them had abandonment issues. Now, she didn't know much about her mother, because her father would never want to talk about it, but her mom died from, she got sick. Okay. It was kind of like they had the COVID, during that time. And her mom was one of the people who died from it. So she was raised by her father, and the Beast, was raised by his father. You know what I'm saying? And he had the spell put on him that turned him into that beast until he had somebody to love him. Somebody had to love him for the pureness of his heart, because, he was nasty to a witch and she turned him into a beast. Okay. So it's just the fact that both of them had abandonment issues. Both of them, their mother had passed. Both of them was raised by their father, and they were the exact mirror of one another. This is what we call partners in crisis. So a lot of times, you guys, we attract men, or we attract significant others, okay, who mirror what needs to be healed about us. So you have to pay very close attention. And this is why I say you want to have those healthy conversations when you are meeting these men, because you want to know how to pull out information on what type of trauma are they going through. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so how was the relationship with your dad? You know, how is the relationship with your mom? Do you get along with the mother of your child? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to ask all of those healthy questions. You don't want to know about his ex-girlfriend. I already say his ex, I'm sorry. That's just none of your business right there. If they don't have any kids together, they don't have any outstanding bank accounts, no business together, no type of contract, she's irrelevant. And if he talks about her, you need to get up after you eat. Okay, after you eat, of course, and be like, listen, apparently you need some therapy because you're still dealing with her. You know, you need it. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Check, please. And you got to get on up out of there, okay? You got to leave that alone. If he can't stop talking about his ex, or if he bring up his ex, especially after you done told him, you know, that's just not a conversation I care to have with you. And if he asks you about your ex, that's not a conversation I care to have with you. You know what I'm saying? They're not here. Unless they're here, they're irrelevant. Neither of them are here, so they're irrelevant, okay? We're looking at you and I, and we're moving forward with the relationships that will impact us together. You know what I'm saying? Your ex is not going to impact us together if you have no connection with her. You know what I'm saying? But your ex-wife, if y'all have kids, you still have to be in communication with her. You still have to see her. You know, you still have to deal with her. So, of course, I want to know all about that relationship. I want to know how it is that you guys, you know, get along and things of that nature. Because if you don't get along with her, there's a possibility I might not get along with it because, you know, whatever the situation may be. So that will be your concern. So now we have Beauty and the Beast, you guys, both of them dealing with inner child issues, both of them dealing with abandonment issues. A lot of times these men that you meet, the universe is sending them to you for you to see where it is that you need to heal, what it is that you need to heal. Okay. When it comes to your life. Now, when I met my husband, the sexiest thing about him, okay, was the fact that he was just a boss. Okay, I thought that was the sexiest thing. He was the first guy that I had dated, okay, and been in a relationship with that worked for himself. Well, there was one guy prior to him, and he was like into the street stuff. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call that a boss. He was the brokest dope dealer I ever dealt with. Okay, either broke or cheat. I don't know. You know, that I was very young. Okay. But yeah, so when I dealt with my husband, the fact that he was a boss, like he worked for himself, he had his own business and things of that nature, that was just, my eyes were peeled back. I was just watching him, you know what I'm saying? And it was what I needed, because eventually I would become my own boss. You know what I'm saying? It was him mirroring back to me. And it was so crazy how Bay and I just did a complete change. We did a real swap, you know, because now he's the executive guy and I'm the boss. You know what I'm saying? So we were mirroring each other. And I think that when it came to, you know, my husband working for himself, that's not something that he was really that good at, as far as taking the business to a very professional level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, getting his business legalized, you know, getting a website. Bay was not into all that. He's just like, where the money at? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to, you know, him being more in a corporate, everything is already structured. You know, he just goes there and he makes his money and he makes decent money, and that's what it is now. So we've kind of like done a nice switcheroo. You know what I'm saying? So we mirrored something back to each other, not knowing. So when you meet these guys, they're going to mirror something to you. So that's why I say you want to be as nosy as you can and ask as many questions as you possibly can, because the universe have attracted the two of you together for a reason. Okay. They have attracted the two of you together for a reason, all right? Based on their unhealed trauma, based on your unhealed trauma. Because what you're going to do is you're going to attract people, okay, that are in alignment with what can help you to grow. So sometimes it can be things you don't like about this person, right? It can be things you can't stand about this person. It's like, oh my God, you know, he's so lazy, or, you know, oh my God, he's always working. Because some women complain that their piece, you know, always working, like he's always working. Every time I turn around, he's always working. Well, you know, maybe he's trying to deflect. Maybe he's trying to stay busy because he's not trying to deal with something at the house or something in his life. Now, where are you deflecting? Where are you too busy because you don't want to deal with something going on with you? Is that something that you do? You know what I'm saying? So you got to really pay close attention to your partners, whether these are somebody you are with for a very long time, or whether this is somebody, you know, you're just dating and having a really good time with and getting to know. You want to ask those healthy questions because you want to see why it is that this person was drawn to you. There could be a million men that you could have said, no, that's it. I'm good. I'm okay. Nah, I got a man. You know, you could have done that. But this person right here, for whatever reason, you exchange phone numbers, which means the number is a frequency. You exchange the frequency with this person and you're interested in some way, shape, or form in getting to know this person. But it's not really them you want to get to know. It's you want to get to know. This person has some coded message about you that you need to understand. This person is going to tell you or enlighten you to something about yourself. Now, remember I told you when I met that little guy, he was very short, but he was very confident. And I'm saying to myself, God, the nerve of this guy to even try to talk to me. Like, he has got to be very confident. Like, I love that about him. But that's what I needed at the time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I needed, that confidence in my life. Because prior to him, you know, I was dating this guy, the guy who was the brokest drug dealer. Him, you know, he was very abusive to me. He kind of like used to try to beat the confidence out of me. And I'm like, damn, I don't really have any confidence. I'm dealing with you, you know, like, what in the world, you know? And it was that confidence that I needed in myself. So the fact that he went for something that, you know, to me, I'm like, dang it. I'm like, I felt like I was out of his league. But the fact that he came at me like, so like, girl, what's up? Come here. Let me holler at you. Yeah, he was so little. It was so funny. He was not a little person, but he was just a little person. Okay. And I just thought it was so cute. I mean, the fact that it was I looked past the fact that he was little and actually gave him my phone number and we would hang out. We hung out for months, okay? We hung out for months. It got to the point where he was like, you know, when we gonna take this to the next level? And I'm like, honey, you gotta be this tall to ride this ride, okay? That ain't gonna work. We're great as friends, but as far as a relationship and all of that, oh, you know, your confidence is sexy, but it ain't that damn sexy, okay? But the fact that, you know, whatever it is that this person has for you to learn, you need to know. So in order for you to know, you have to ask those healthy questions. You want to know what it is this person came into your life to show you about yourself. Okay. So when it comes to Beauty and the Beast, that's why the universe attracted the two of them together. The both of them had abandonment issues. The both of them lost their mom very young. The both of them were raised by their dad. Okay. And his dad raised him to be a narcissist. And her dad raised her to be very loving and very caring and things of that nature. So when the two of them got together, even though he was in the shape of a beast, you know, she got to know his heart. They connected on that heart level. You know what I'm saying? Because it's beyond what this person looks like. You know what I'm saying? It's about what this person has got to offer you, because the person who can help you get to the highest level may not be your type. You know what I'm saying? He may be very small. Because I told you, if I wouldn't have gave that guy that time of day, I believe my confidence could have been at fault, because he was the exact person that needed to give me that confidence. He was I needed to see that with him. That was the sexiest thing I had ever saw. It was just so sexy. It intrigued me. This guy, his confidence, I'm like, the fact that he was just like, yo, what's up? Y'all, I was on the bus stop. This guy pulled over, okay? Pulled over and was just like, you know how a dude pull up on you when he got a nice car? He's like, yo, what's up, little mama? Come. This dude did the whole nine, y'all. I had to look in the car. Hey, how you doing? Uh-huh. Hey, my name's Siren. Yes. That's how I was talking to him, okay? He was that little, y'all. But like I say, he was fun. We had great conversation, okay? He gave me everything I wanted. Like, dude was bringing the bank, okay? Dude would do whatever it took to just be around me. And in order for him to be around, he had to do something. He had to bring some food. He had to buy food. He had to buy groceries. He had to buy me some pots. Yes, all of that. He would constantly bring me, Blockbuster, I was so busy watching every movie chat. I had so much fun. Like, he was just that guy. House full of grocery, like whatever he could do, he did it. And we had a great time, but I let him know that we were just friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're cool. That's all it's going to be. And yeah, so you never know, you guys, who it is that's going to bring your next life lesson, who it is that's going to help you to elevate in some way, shape, or form. So if you are attracted to the guy, if you are exchanging your phone number with him, if you're getting to know him, you know, if you're doing all of that, then you need to look deeper into that connection to see exactly what it is. You know, find out what his zodiac is. You know, find out as much about him as you possibly can. And I would say ask a lot of questions about his life and his livelihood, to see what it is that you guys have in common. All right. Then that can help you understand why it is that this connection is here. Right. Partners in crisis, the need to heal each other. Okay. I already told you, ask those healthy questions to establish the foundation of their trauma so that you can see how it is that that is connected to you. Right. You want to find out what his trauma is. You know, that's why you can ask him questions like, you know, how's your relationship with your dad? Oh, well, my dad went in my life, or, you know, my dad left when I was old. You already know. Capricorn energy. Okay. You got issues with your knees, huh? Yeah, man, my knees. Yeah, he still got daddy issues. Now, see, for Siren, I would know to, you know, ask those deeper questions the minute he tell me he got issues, or his dad wasn't there, or his relationship with his dad is not that good, and things of that nature. That's a telltale sign he got problems with his knees. He got some bad knees, and he gonna be like, yeah, man, you know my knees, but yeah. That's how I can tell you still holding on to the trauma. So me, I would take it to that next level because I know that much. You know what I'm saying? And that's just to give it to y'all. That's just to give y'all a little something. If they got daddy issues, that's when he got problems with his knees. Okay. And this is how you can also see how healthy they are. You know what I'm saying? If he is, let me see. How will we find out about that? If his mom, okay, if he got mom issues, you know, he probably coughs a lot. You know what I'm saying? If his mama wasn't there, or he don't have a great relationship with his mom, he probably got respiratory issues. He probably got asthma, or he probably cough a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, these are just things that I look for. That will let me know, okay, he not only has that trauma, but he's still holding on to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, you got issues with your mom. Oh, sorry to hear that. You know, so how is it when it comes to your health? Do you cough a lot, or you have asthma? So yeah, how you know I got asthma? You know. That's why I'm glad God got me off the market, okay? Because I would be diagnosing everybody. Child, listen, it would be a crazy thing. That would be a great TV show for me to just go around and just like dating people and diagnosing, like dating and diagnosing. Y'all watch the Siren Show. Dating and diagnosing, okay? But yeah, this is how you are able to establish the root of their trauma, to see what it is that they're coming to help you heal. Because there's a possibility you may have, you know, issues with your mom, okay? Or issues with your dad, issues with your sibling. No, the siblings is the coughing and the asthma, okay? The siblings is the coughing and the asthma. The mom could be somewhat like chest pains or things of that nature. They may burp a lot. They may have acid reflux, indigestion, burping, you know, chest pains, stuff like that. So yes, it's just ways that you can tell if they're still holding on to the trauma. That's what I look for. You know, okay, you have that trauma, but let's see if you're still holding on to it. And if they are still holding on to it, and then they're connecting with you, you know, that is mirroring something to you. Okay, so we need to make sure that we're able to establish the foundation of their trauma. And this is just how you date as a goddess. Okay, there's regular dating, you guys. There's 3D dating. Okay, but you need to understand every connection is a opportunity to heal. Every connection is a, y'all, there's this damn thing again. It only come out when I sing her and go live. Other than that, I don't see it. Lord Jesus. Okay. But yeah, every dating opportunity you get is an opportunity for you to heal, and you need to know exactly what it is that you're healing. That's what they're looking for. So, you know, when a guy comes up and he's like, you know, what are you bringing to the table? Automatically, you know, this guy may be, you know, having some financial difficulties, because a guy who got it like that, he's not going to ask you about what you bringing to the table and what you got to offer and nothing like that. He's like, whatever you got, whatever you need. Okay. What do you need to sit at my table? He's not going to ask you what you bring to the table, because he don't care for you to bring anything to the table. He's going to ask you what it is that you need. Okay. Do you have a table? Right. So whenever a guy is asking you those type of things, that means that he's halfway. He's not complete. He's not whole. He's missing something. You know, something is lacking there. Right. So that's the partners in crisis, you guys. That's what you're looking for. These partners in crisis. That's what relationships are, and that's just the spiritual side of it, okay? That's just the shadow aspect of dating. So you have, dangerously in love, and then you have the shadow side, which is partners in crisis. Okay, I am looking for somebody. I am ready to get out there and date. Okay, but I also need to understand that this is an opportunity for me to grow. Otherwise, it's a waste of your time. Because if you're not going to grow from that connection, if it's not going to teach you anything, it's a waste of your time. It's like going to school, doing a whole semester, but not getting any credit. Like, oh, well, this wasn't the class for you. We don't know why you were in here. I know you took all the tests, but you get no points. You get no credit for it. That was a waste of your time. And the last thing you want to do is waste your time. I tell you, time is the most valuable and precious thing that you have. So you want to make sure that you are utilizing it wisely. Okay. The healing. Okay. The way we need to level up. The healing will initiate a level up in the connection. Once you understand this whole Beauty and the Beast mentality, okay, he's going to be the beast because he's approaching you. He's the one with the heavy issue, and he's really looking for healing. Whenever a man is looking for a woman, he's looking for a wife, he's looking for that connection, he's looking for some sort of healing, because that's just the energy that women bring. We're nurturers, right? And when we are disconnected, they can tell. 9 times out of 10, a lot of women out here, they're disconnected from their feminine energy, and they just like, oh no, I just want you to buy me bags, and I want you to, they want all of that BS right there. You know what I'm saying? Just material stuff that means absolutely nothing. They're just trying to heal their ego because maybe daddy wasn't there. Okay, daddy wasn't there. So, maybe they had to wear Bobos, cost $1.99 when they was growing up. So now they want to buy all the shoes in the world to make up for the inner child healing that they refuse to deal with. Okay. So there are some women out here that just, they're not trying to heal. The soul is gone. Okay. There's nothing there. So, sometimes men run into them, and they run into them because they're kind of packaged. You know what I'm saying? They got the BBLs, they got the boobs, they got the little waist, they got the fillers and things of that nature. Child, these women out here be 27 years old, putting fillers in their face. And I'm like, I didn't think you would get fillers until you at least in your 50s or 60s and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that is just the craziest thing to see these young girls out here getting Botox, women out here getting the BBL. Listen, to each his own. Okay. I am not against plastic surgery at all. As a matter of fact, okay, I love a good old lipo section. You know what I'm saying? Session. Okay. I love a good old lipo session. I will go and suck it out. Take it out. I don't put nothing in, but you could definitely take some out. I'm not the put it in type of girl. You know what I'm saying? Don't put nothing foreign in me. I don't want that shit in my face. I don't want it in my body. I don't want no fake boobs. I don't want none of that. But if I have too much fat, if I have a stubborn roll that don't want to go away, take it out. Okay, that's the type of surgery that I kind of prefer. But these women, this day and age, something has happened to where this plastic surgery has just gotten out of control. I don't understand, why we would want to draw attention to the area that waste come out of. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get that part. I don't know why men are attracted to the behind, because that's the waste basket. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna ask me what I'm bringing to the table, but you attracted to my waste basket? Like, that's just the most craziest thing to me, right? That is something that I just do not understand. You said, did you see me? Hold up, y'all. I didn't see you, or did I see you? Hey, Shay in the building, y'all. I saw you. I see you. My bad. Hey, Shay is in the building, y'all. Okay, y'all, we don't want to let YouTube not show everybody who's up and through. Okay, hey, she's waving. Hey, Shay, y'all say hi to Shay. Okay, Shay is up in the building. Yes, I see you. So yeah, when it comes to these women, a lot of these women these days, a lot of men, when I think, to me, when a man see a woman with a lot of surgery and BBL, he automatically think, okay, let me take her out, let me buy her bags, because he feel like he know what she want. But when they see the natural woman, it's kind of like, what you bringing to the table? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that aspect. I do feel like men tend to, want to spoil, or automatically going to want to take the girl with the BBL and all the surgery out because they want to be seen in public, with the baddie, so they'll be quick to take her out and take her shopping and stuff like that. But then when they get a nice, wholesome, all natural woman, it's like, what you bringing to the table? You know, I do, to me, okay, it feels that way. And I feel like men are always saying, oh, women need to be natural and all of this stuff, but you're not liking the pictures of the natural women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're not trying to take them out. You're not flying them out. You're not, you know, spending bags and money on them like that. You know, you're not offering to take them out to nice bougie restaurants. You know what I'm saying? You want to take them to Chili's and like that. You know, we're not going to do that. You know, you're going to impress me the same way you're trying to impress. And it's not that he's trying to impress her. You know, he's trying to make himself look good. Men just, you know, they want to look good when they out in public. So, you know, it's things of that nature, how I feel about that. Now, lastly, you guys, we're going to talk about same-sex relationships because, you know, a lot of you reach out to me and say, Siren, I hear you speaking about dating, but what is your advice on same-sex relationships? Okay. I don't get it. I don't understand it. To me, it is the nastiest anybody could ever do, but that's just to me, okay? It's not something that I want to do, all right? Now, just to keep it real with y'all, I tried years ago to, can y'all imagine Siren? Like, I would have to be somebody's butch. You know, I just don't see that. I tried years ago to, you know, entertain a same-sex relationship. That's not for me, okay? First of all, women, I ain't got time for y'all, honey. Oh, no. Oh, absolutely, positively not. I don't have time for that. That is too much. I don't pump my own gas, okay? So, you know, I'm like, what's you gonna meet me to the gas station? You gonna pump my gas? You know what I'm saying? Like, both of us can't be pretty, you know. I don't understand. Now, there was this one girl. She was very butchy. This girl looked like damn. Let me see who it is. I could say she was a pretty thug. That's who she looked like. She looked like a pretty thug. She was in college and I think she played basketball because she was kind of tall. She was a cute, like she looked like a cute dude. Like she was very masculine. She dressed masculine. She acted masculine and everything, but she was just beautiful. Like, whoa. There was confusion there. Like, you're not a dude. I just couldn't get past the point you're not a dude. Like, that shit is okay until both of us wearing a panty liner. Yeah, I ain't got time. No. Me, what happened was I had a friend who was gay, okay? Well, she's gay. And she and I were besties, okay? We were very close friends. And I started going out to the gay clubs with her just to hang. Now, it's a vibe in the gay club. I ain't gonna lie. It is a vibe in the gay club, okay? So, you know, after a couple of drinks and stuff, you know, you just go backing it up or whatever. And, you know, everybody just has a good time unless they're a couple now. If it's a couple now, you better not back up on her piece now. Don't you back it up on her piece. Them women be serious. But I love the men, you know, as well. The feminine men who, you know, dress and drag and all of that stuff. And they love them some Siren, okay? So, you know, I will always, you know, be like around the men or whatever. And then, you know, you have the women. And listen, the rapper Trina was a very frequent of the gay clubs. This thing was very much so gay. I don't care what. Trina may not be gay today because I know she's married, but in her day, she was gay. To me, okay? I've seen some things. I did see her and Missy Elliott, okay? I witnessed them together going out on a date. So yeah, that was very crazy. But anywho, I just don't get that, y'all, okay? I don't eat octopus. I don't like nothing slithery and slimy. And I'm not that girl, okay? That is the nastiest experience, okay? I just think when it comes to the intimacy, there's just, I don't understand it. And then the men, that is where the trash come out. That is where parasites live, and then y'all putting y'all mouth. It's just that's why I say I don't get down. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get down like that. It's just not my preference. Okay, so to each of you who can handle that and that's your lifestyle, I'm not looking down on it and I'm not saying it's wrong. What I'm saying is that it's just not for me. I call all of my friends, like I feel like we're in a relationship. I always say I'm gay. You know what I'm saying? Because when I have a best friend, I love her. I'm not in love with her, but I love her. You know, I care about her. I care about her kids. I'm going to be there for her. She's going to be there for me. We're like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it honestly feels like a relationship. You build a relationship with her. She comes just as important to you as your significant other. Now, when I got married, you know, I had to stray away from all of the friends because now I'm a married woman and I have to give my 100%, you know, dedication to my husband. But when Bay and I were just dating, I had what I call girlfriends, you know. I had girlfriends and that's how we were. Like, I'm running to her when she need me. She's running to me. We cry on each other's shoulder. We tell each other jokes. We know everything about each other. It was somewhat of a commitment. Now, there was no intimacy between the two of us. She had her piece. I had mine, you know, but it felt like a relationship. But I'm just, you know, y'all, because y'all done reached out to me a couple times on this. I don't, however, you know, some people choose to get their rocks off. You know, I have no say so over that. I'm just a very friendly person. I love people dearly. Trying to be intimate with another woman is not something that I want to do. It's not something that I do. I don't care for the intimacy, but I will be your best friend. You know, I will be your girlfriend. I will be, you know, we're just happy like that. Leave it like that. With all that other stuff, if you want to get your rocks off, honey, go get a man. There is somebody's son out there or daughter, whatever you choose to do. Now, I recall years ago, let me just give y'all some messy tea real quick, okay? Years ago, I lived next door to a stripper. Y'all, this girl was clearly in a relationship with another woman because I seen them all the time, right? I would see them coming home and leaving out. Hey, girl, how you doing? And this stripper, okay, she was in a relationship with a girl for a long time, and she had kids. I don't understand that. See, that'd be my thing. When you like butch and you pregnant, like the brat, that confused me. See, that's why I don't like that. That area just confuses me because I don't know how to feel. It messes with my emotions. When the brat got pregnant and carried that baby, that emotionally made me feel some type of way. You know, I don't want to see a butch that is pregnant. Like, I don't understand that, you know, especially when she actually did the do with the dude. You know how many butches I've seen, like they grew up butches and now they're somebody's baby mom. It's just, I don't know. It gives, you know, mental health sometimes on that level. But like I say, to each his own. But anywho, back to this girl. So she's gay, right? But she got a house full of kids and she's a stripper. Body on top of body, like this. See, she was a natural chick. Like her arse. I think she may have had some of them periactive shots, though. I ain't gonna lie. But her body, oh God, I don't care how many kids this girl had. This girl will pop out a baby and body back to bam. You know, she just had a natural shape on her. So by me living right next door to her, my bedroom is right here next to her bedroom. Y'all, this girl slept with Lil Wayne. I saw him leave. I went on the balcony. I heard him come over there. Okay. And I saw him leave because I said, let me see if that's really Lil Wayne. Child, I heard the session. It didn't last. Listen, y'all, that was the craziest neighbor I ever had. Because this girl had men, she had women. Listen. So I went out on the balcony and I saw Lil Wayne leave her house after the strip club. Because I would be asleep. Next thing I know, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm just hearing bang, 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 bang. I'm like, what now? And she was just screaming Wayne's name, child. Yes, she was. And I said, I don't believe that's Lil Wayne. I walked outside on the balcony. I was like Miss Pearl from 227. If y'all that old, y'all. I was out there like this, waiting to see. I was like Celie and remember she was sitting in that chair looking at Mr. Cook. Child was like this. And I did. I saw Lil Wayne leave, okay, her apartment that night. And she also got into a relationship with Chad Johnson. Yes. He was over there, Chad, and Chad fell in love, Chad. Chad came more than once, Chad. Chad was over there like for about, their relationship lasted for about 3 or 4 weeks, not even a full month. Let me tell you why it ended, because she ended up getting pregnant. Ooh, I used to get all the tea. I used to be over there like, ooh, and what happened? You know, she ended up getting pregnant, right? And Chad got mad that she got rid of the baby. He had them bought a car for her and all, a brand new Infiniti. Okay. He bought her a car and all, right? And he was like, why you got rid of my baby? Why you got rid of me? She didn't want to tell him that she got rid of the baby. She wasn't trying to have no kids. That girl was just trying to have a good time. Chad came over there. He was like, you got the key ready? He came over there and took the car back from the girl. Y'all used to get all the tea. But that's why I say, I'm telling y'all that because when it comes to those same-sex relationships, a lot of those women, are they serious, or is it just like for now? Is it just to have fun for now? Is it just something interesting? It gives college. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about same-sex relationships, y'all. I can't really give y'all any advice on that because, you know, I love everybody, but I don't want to be intimate with everybody like that. You know, I love a good old man. I love just that masculine energy. I think that is just the perfect match. Why mess it up, you know? But, you know, for the men out there who love men, hey, you know what I don't like though? Now I'm going to tell y'all this, okay? Because the listen, the community, okay? I'm always going to stand up for my women. I'm always going to stand up for my women. I'm sorry. I'm going to choose women first, okay? We love y'all, but I'm going to choose my women first. The one thing I don't like about the LGBTQR community, I don't know. Right. One thing I don't like about the community is the masculine or the feminine men, for example, T.S. Madison. Now there's another guy, Storm Monroe. I don't know if he is part of the community. I've heard some things, but who am I to say? You know, he does give off a very sensitive man. But I don't like when they disrespect the women. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when they, FUB, you know what I'm saying? Or F that B, or, you know, when they get disrespectful to the women, that's something that I just don't like, because at the end of the day, you're still a man. You know, you're still a man, and it's never cool or it's never cute for you to disrespect a woman. And, you know, T.S. Madison has been coming at a lot of women, especially, you know, I feel like he disrespected Nene Leakes when he called her a trainee. As opposed to a tranny, he called her a trainee, meaning he was making fun of the fact that maybe Nene give off a very masculine persona. You know, she's a little bigger than the average woman. I have met Nene in person. I have, you know, ran into her a few times when I lived in Atlanta. We frequent a lot of places together, and even the same beauty supply store. Nene, we lived in the same neighborhood, okay? So I would see Nene a lot, and she's a very cool and down-to-earth person. She really, truly is. I ain't gonna lie. And for him to kind of point out her masculine aspects and make it look like, oh, she gives off man. And I feel like, you know, now that he has been initiated into whatever society he has become a part of, the fact that he says he only dates straight men, I just think that is so disrespectful to women. You know, I only date straight men, and I only want to sleep. I'm only attracted to straight men. A lot of these men, now that T.S. Madison has said that, a lot of these gay men are now saying that. A lot of them are coming on board with that, like, oh, I only date straight men, or I only date men. They think it's cute that, okay, they could sleep with him and then he go home to his wife or his baby mama and things of that nature. It gives off that you really, truly low-key hate women. And that's what I don't like to see, is the disrespect when it comes to that community of the way that they treat women, you know, and the way that they can ignore women, and they make it all about men in that community. Like the man is just the goal, and the man, you know what I'm saying? The whole situation is just all about the man. And, you know, I just don't like that. I will always stand up for my women. I love my women. You know, whatever you do to get your rocks off, that's your business. That's honestly your business. I have no opinion about it, whether it's, you know, good or bad. It's just not for me. Okay. It's just not for me. Okay. I love a good old strong alpha male. He don't even have to be like an alpha male, because we make it look like the alpha male is all that, but they, you know, they're all right. They're all right. Sometimes the alpha male could be a problem. Okay. So that's how I feel about the same sex, relationships, y'all. I just, I was in that community years ago. I had a great time. When I say had a great time, honey, had a great time. So I gave y'all some tea, okay? I had a great time. They are definitely the party that you want to be at, honey. They have a really good time. I love when they are, really in the good mood and they give a great show. It's just, imitating women and things of that nature, singing and all. They give a really good show. And I love that about them, and I hope that they continue to remain in a very strong community. And I hope that they would support each other a lot more. And really, because the women, it's us women who keep that community going. Okay, at the end of the day, it is us women. When you see anybody fighting for that community, when do you see any masculine males out there fighting for them, protesting for them? You always see women. Okay, so I just don't understand when it comes to the disrespect of now you want to go sleep with my husband and think it's cool and think it's cute, and then say I only date straight men and think they're not straight if they're sleeping with you. Why the delusion? I don't know. Okay. If they're sleeping with you, they are not straight. Okay. So that's that on the, same sex. Okay. That's how I feel about it. I said it once. I said it 50 million times. It is what it is. Okay. We are family. Okay. I got all my people with me. All right. So, yeah, that's all I got on relationships tonight, you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.